Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today, we've got a potpourri of Disney topics on tap for you. Scotty G is in the house, and we're just getting you to the weekend with some fun Disney talk. We talk about the benefits of traveling to the Disney destinations in different seasons of the year. You know, some of us tend to go down the same time every year, like marathon weekend every year. That's what I do. But how about switching it up? Why not go in the spring one time, summer the next year, fall, because you get a different experience. We talk about that. We also talk about what it's like for Scott now that he is traveling to his Disney vacations. But Emily's away at school. She's in Ann Arbor. So how do they plan that now that she's not in the house and they got to pack with her not being home? We talk about that. We also talk about the resorts and the foods and snacks they're each famous for and more. Lots of fun Disney topics coming your way on today's podcast. Don't forget, today's show always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We're standing by to help you plan an amazing Disney adventure. And the best part, no additional cost to you. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use that Amazon affiliate link. Anytime you do that online shopping, that supports our show, costs you nothing extra. Just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the folks that keep us on the air. So a huge thank you to each and every one of you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. So come on over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2842 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for an awesome weekend. We are here in the studio, Scott and I, getting ready to have some fun Disney talk to get you through the last work day and sliding right into an awesome weekend. We're recording this one a bit early, so we don't know what the weather is. Hopefully you're not sliding too bad on ice or snow, but it is 2026. We've already had it happen once, and it could be happening again. Who knows? But either way, podcasts are portable. You could take us and be hunkered down, or, you know, maybe you're on a beach at Alani. That's the place to be. Or at a cruise ship. That'd be nice too. So either way, we're going to have a good time talking Disney. It's going to be a Disney potpourri show because, again, doing a little time warp because of the Disneyland half marathon trip that I had to, well, I didn't have to go on. I got to go on, have a good time about it. I love going to Disneyland, and Scott will be going to Disneyland and sailing the Disney Wonder here shortly. So you're going to get a lot of podcasts that are a little bit out of sequence, but we're never going to leave you without a show. And we're going to give you our best effort every single time. But today we asked the chat for some topics, and we're going to try to tackle all of them. A little Disney potpourri today. So Scotty G, must-see adventures in the house. I was going to ask you what you're doing this weekend, Scott, but who knows? It's too far in the future. What's up?
Well, I know what they say in the media this weekend, right? It's getting ready for, what is it? The big game? Is that what you're supposed to say?
Yeah, and you know what? I totally dropped the ball. I was telling people that Mallory had a cheer competition on Super Bowl Sunday. Her cheer competition's the week after Super Bowl Sunday. I was missing the weeks. I miscounted.
Yeah. So maybe we're not going live. Who knows? Who knows what we're doing that week? But who knows?
So
if we're going live during the big game or not.
Oh,
who
dude,
knows?
no, we're not. We're gonna have a show. We're not going up again. Yeah, we're not going against the Super Bowl.
We're not going up against those ratings.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Am I crazy? Nobody's watching us over the Super Bowl. You get it?
You never know. Like, that would be kind of fun to see if we just went on for like a half hour just to see who joined.
Okay, well, Scott, I mean, if Scott's game, I'm game. I don't think anybody is, but we'll see. Just stay tuned. We'll see. Be in the clubhouse. We'll put it.
That'd be funny just to see who joined.
If anybody wants.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about the big game. We're here to talk about several different Disney topics, right, Mike?
We are. Well, real quick, who do you got? Patriots or the Hawks?
I think I gotta go with the Seahawks. I mean, I know there's a lot of Patriot fans that listen to this podcast. I learned that the other night.
Learned that on this Sunday
congratulations. Night, yeah. Congratulations to fans of both teams. But I'm gonna go with that old school thing. Like I've always been a fan of those Seahawk uniforms. Like I just think those are so cool. Like I just love those colors. They're neat. So I'm going Seahawks. That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Seahawks uniforms better back in the 80s. Like those were. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the green. I liked it more.
I love the green. I love their like silver ones back in the 80s too.
Silver ones were sweet.
Those gray ones.
Yeah.
But Kenneth Walker also though, the running back, Spartan alum. Well, did he graduate or did he leave early? I don't know. But he left early. But got Michigan State going over there with Kenneth Walker. So another reason to root for the Seahawks.
He went to that little bar down on East Lansing that you frequent.
Oh, absolutely. Rick's All American Cafe.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
He spent some time there. It's all good. I'm probably Seahawks too, though, because Drew Lock's a third string quarterback there with Jalen Milroe. So
yes, we got some Mizzou and Michigan State going
there
on.
we go. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Now the Patriots.
Now we just cursed the Seahawks.
Exactly.
Sorry, Seahawks.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Sorry, Seattle. But now the Patriots did have the all-time best unis though back in the day. Now when they got smoked by the Bears in '85, that the old that football player that's the best. Yeah. Is that one of the best helmets of all time? I know we got.
Don't you think for the Super Bowl, if you have like a retro uniform you should just automatically have to wear that?
Oh, dude, that's the best. That's the best take of 2026 on the podcast right there. Like if the Bucks ever make the Super Bowl, they got to wear the creamsicles.
You have to. That should be a rule.
Oh, so good. Yes. So see, we're bringing the heat. I know it's football, but we're here. Okay, so one of the topics. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. So Amy, I think, had a topic here.
Lots of topics in our chat today.
One of them was about the benefits of visiting the parks in different seasons. Okay, so going to Walt Disney World or even Disneyland in different seasons. Let's talk about that. It's kind of like a PTI show here for like a few minutes. We're not gonna put a clock on the screen, but what do you see as like a benefit to like visiting Walt Disney World summer? Obviously, weather is a huge concern because you're gonna get cold versus hot, temperate. But outside of weather, what do you think about for different seasons visiting the theme parks initially?
I think one of the biggest things is like just locking in on one specific park, and that's Epcot because of the festivals.
Good call.
Like just about each season has its own festival, right? So you got Festival of the Arts, like in the winter, and then kind of winter / spring. You got because like depending on how you look at the official calendar, like the Flower and Garden Festival kind of is like the tail end of winter, but then you got spring there, and then you got Flower and Garden, and then the Festival of Holiday. So I feel like that is really big on your season is the Epcot festivals.
That's a good point. And plus, like, alongside that, the hard ticket events. So if you've never been, like we were almost exclusively a summer traveling family forever because, Pam and I were teachers and we'd go every summer. That was our trip every year. But we never got to do things like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party in the fall or, the Christmas party because it always ended before our Christmas break started. And so we didn't get to do things like that. So that's a reason, the hard ticket events throughout the year to maybe, if you can, and I know a lot of people can't because of work schedules and so forth, but to travel outside of your typical season. But again, in the summer, you're going to have those super long park hours, so you can go at a more leisurely pace, take the midday breaks, just go back and swim, take a nap, so forth. It is more leisurely, but it is so hot, but you get more time. Where if you go, say, in like September, you might not have the same long park hours. You're going to have to stay in the park longer, but it's kind of a trade-off there as far as that seasonality.
And depending on when you go in the summer, you might get some 4th of July firework events, so like special event, like days like that, so it's tough. So if you had to pick a season, Mike, so money is out the window, personal time is out the window. You're just told like, all right, you get 1 week in one of these seasons. Which season are you picking?
God, that's a tough call. Like, put me on the spot there.
Because I do on the BRGS podcast.
I know we do this all the time, but man, I love Christmas. But I will say that, with going down at Marathon Weekend, obviously for the last 15 years, one of the things that's kind of crazy is that we go down for Marathon Weekend, right? We usually check in about January 7th or 8th, and we leave around, that Monday after. And the one thing is, I love Christmas music. I love Christmas music, but it's still playing in the theme parks, even when we leave on that Monday. And so one of the greatest things, we totally 100% agree on this, is the background music in the theme parks is one of the reasons we go. It's outstanding. Yep. And we love the Christmas background loops. But I think by like January 12th, we're kind of ready to hear the Adventureland background loop. We're ready to hear Tomorrowland background loop, the natural, the regular one. Just kind of some of that. And it's, so if you go like the same, like if you do marathon weekend year after year after year, but that's your only time you're going down, and it's not been, but it's been my primary trip. I love the Christmas loops, but I miss the regular one. So if I had to pick the long story, I don't know if it'd be Christmas right now. Maybe it would be, I don't want to go in the like dead of, you know what though? I've discovered this. It's hot, but it's that time right after 4th of July. If you can go like the 4th of July and the week after, the crowds are low and parks are not busy. We've enjoyed that time. It is hot though. I don't know. What about for you?
Yeah, it's so hard. Like, I love this question because each season has its unique thing. Like, I love the Christmas time. I love the Festival of Holidays, the Very Merry Christmas Party, like Food and Wine Festival. I love all that stuff, but I absolutely love the Flower and Garden Festival.
That's a good pick.
Like, I love getting that escape from Michigan and just seeing some green grass, some blue sky. Liz and I always joke, like, we think the sky is bluer in Florida. I don't know what it is. Oh my God.
But no, it is, man. It's like painted down there when you come from the Midwest or the Great Lakes.
That way. When we watch our vlogs, we're like, oh my God, why does that sky look bluer than it is here in Michigan? But I want to just pick a week, like in early to mid-March, Flower and Garden, or like the second week of Flower and Garden Festival, wherever that lands on the calendar, when Epcot is just looking at its finest. That's the week I would pick.
We're getting feedback here in the chat and Robin's over on YouTube. Fall, early winter decorations and parties. That's why I did my college program in the fall. That's a good reason. That is actually a great reason.
That's a great time.
And also do the last week of October, first week of November, maybe catch both parties, the end of Halloween party, the beginning of Christmas party.
I like that too. Yeah.
And wine and dine, if it happens to overlap there.
They started having wine and dine before that now. They changed the date on that recently. So
it is true.
And I wonder if that's why.
And then let's see, BP Gentry over on YouTube. November was awesome in Walt Disney World the week before Thanksgiving. And also says loved June out at Disneyland. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Great question. I love this topic on the season. That was a great question.
It is a great question. Let's see here. If you could bring back an extinct restaurant, counter service, table service to Walt Disney or Disneyland, what would it be? Get to bring back a restaurant.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of restaurants that are extinct.
I'm trying to think of an extinct restaurant. Oh, trying to think here for a second. I wish I had like a multiple choice or some options.
Me too. I can't think of. I'm trying to think of extinct.
I love that you picked this topic.
Give us some choices, because extinct attractions are easier, but extinct restaurants.
Trying to think. I'm thinking about some theme parks. Like, what have we lost? Like, we lost so many things. Like we've
lost Dino Land. We've lost that whole land. But there's nothing there that I would write. There's nothing, I wouldn't bring that back. That I would write home about. There's nothing I'm missing there. You know what? Here's one that I don't know why I like this place, but I kind of did. I kind of did like Electric Umbrella. I don't know, because.
But what we have in replacement is so good.
It is so good. So I don't know, like Connections is I think the tide's turning on Connections though online. I don't know why, but like I've been seeing people dogging on Connections. I disagree. I think Connections is amazing, but I've seen a couple people, like, maybe it's just the world today that everybody's got to be negative about every single thing. But like I've seen people like saying bad things about Connections. I'm like, you just need to back off of Connections. Connections has that General Tso's salad, which is awesome. It's got that chicken sandwich. It's just like the Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's got a good slab of pizza. It's got the Kuchkin. What do you want, people? And the prices are pretty good, and you can refill your own sodas. I mean, come on. And it's got a lot of seating.
All right, I'm going to take one from the chat because I got some help. I'm taking a lifeline from my buddy Wade, because I do love Mama Melrose.
Yes, he's got the best one.
And Well, I think you like the answer above that one in the chat.
Yeah.
I say that one for you. But yeah, I love Mama Melrose, and I know we're gonna get something new to replace that when the Monsters Inc. coaster opens. I think it's gonna be like maybe like a sushi restaurant, if I remember from like
What should from the movie, because it was in the movie, right?
yeah. But there was just something about Mama Melrose, and I think Wade and I have been there before. I know you and me, Mike, have been there before for like race weekends. You know, that was one of our go-tos before like a big half marathon or even like before the big full marathon. But just something about that. It was solid. There was I said this many times, there's a Michigan State versus USC Rose Bowl pennant in there, which Michigan State won that game, by the way. I just love like the old, like the actor, like headshots in there and stuff. It was just classic Hollywood in there. And it was just just a solid restaurant. I would love to see that come back in some way, because I thought it was great.
Yeah, and Robbins has the best one though. ESPN Club at the Boardwalk. Oh, that was so good. I'd give anything to bring that thing back. I know people love the cake bake shop. Steamroll it, bring back ESPN.
Boardwalk in general has so many extinct ones, because there was like the Big River Grill.
That place,
which
I
wasn't the biggest fan of.
That was honestly, I went there a couple times, and it was so, they just didn't do anything with it. Like it was so average. It was so.
Is there anything in that space now? I'm trying to think. What is?
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. The Boardwalk is. I mean, I just don't understand the whole Boardwalk. We could do a whole show on that. We should have, but it's like the Boardwalk is just a place that is 100,000% prime real estate that is underdeveloped. Oh my gosh. How can there not be a killer? Like we've said it a million times, it doesn't even have to be 24 hours, but it should be a diner there. Just a diner concept in that slot. I mean, something should be in that slot, like
I know
it's bad show for that to sit empty. It's bad show. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a shame. I have another one. Did you know there was a Cheesecake Factory
at Walt Disney World?
Yep.
No, I didn't.
But
you would want to bring it back?
Maybe. It was at the top of Disney Quest.
Interesting. Okay.
I do remember that. We went to it. It was like a light. It was kind of like a express Cheesecake Factory, but we got a big old piece of cheesecake there while we were playing Galaga. One time.
This might not be a popular opinion, but I actually would bring the Wave back over Steakhouse 71.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
Why? They're both good.
The Wave kind of had this like cool little like breakfast buffet section that I really liked. And I liked the dinner option better at the Wave. There was something about the Wave that I liked, and it was this is kind of selfish, but it was a little more under the radar. I think when it changed to Steakhouse 71, it became more popular. Like I think the Disney like Parks blog like really like sold it up, as part of the 50th anniversary, like with this big renovation and all that. And I just thought like the Wave was like you could book that anytime, and it was just really solid, I thought. And don't get me wrong, like I think Steakhouse 71 is nice, like I like what they did with the renovation in there, but the Wave, like I could always book a reservation in there easily, and it was always just a really great meal. So it was just kind of like an under the radar one, like another one I wanted to just throw out there, but I really did enjoy the Wave.
Shout out to Just Runs Disney 87 over on Instagram. Says, so glad I opened Instagram. I was just listening to the latest podcast episode about Marathon Weekend, and boom, there you are. So hey Jess. Let me give you another one.
I wish Steakhouse 55 would come back to Disneyland. Oh, I loved that place.
I've never been there. Napa Rose just came back too from a long refurb. I've never been there. Is that good? You've been to Napa Rose?
I've never been to Napa Rose actually.
It's super fancy, isn't it? Like that's the
it's a signature. But Steakhouse 55 was a great signature. I mean, Walt dined there. Like, how could you not have Steakhouse 55?
Oh, shut up. That'd be
like,
cool. Oh, dang. Oh, I got another one. Let me ask you about this. Did you love Artist Point? Because now it's the character meal. But was that high on your list before the transformation?
Yeah, that was bad. That was I enjoyed that more before the Snow White or the new character meal. Yeah. Yeah,
because that was kind of just like that was a signature too, wasn't it?
It was a signature too. Yeah.
Signature kind of experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually am not a fan of what that was kind of like I'm rarely like a one and done. Like I give something a second shot, but that I've only done that one once. and it's never on my radar anymore.
All right. Wade, our good friend in Nebraska, says unique food items at the resort hotels. So what unique items are the different hotels? I mean, like, I guess I would go like Pop Century tie-dye cheesecake. Like that's their famous
That's what I was
thing.
going to say.
So what do we think of when we go to the other hotels?
I mean, Zebra Domes at
Animal Kingdom Lodge.
At Animal Kingdom Lodge for sure. I know what Wade's favorite one is. It's at Wilderness Lodge. What does he call it? It's like this candy bar thing or something. Oh my god!
It's the Ricky talks about it all the time. That cookie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the oh my god, what's it called? Ricky was on a heater for that thing for like a year. She talked.
I know
about
the Anderson family like loves it.
Oh my god, where's Ricky? Her electric was out. We were recording this because of the ice or something. It's the something cookie.
The
it's
magic
like 3
bar.
words. The magic cookie bar. Is that what it's called? Magic. Yeah.
I think you can only get that at Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, Ricky was on a heater for this thing. It was like 5 years ago. She would not stop talking about that thing. I was like, it must have drugs in it or something.
From like from a specialty drink. Like I love the Cafe Bonbon at the Barcelona Lounge, that little like coffee drink that they serve. Like, oh my god, that thing is unbelievably great. Like a great start to your day if you just need a little like coffee pick me up. So good.
Of course, Primo Piatto, 2 things. You got that Madame Croque, that sandwich. That's
so
god,
good. Yeah,
so good. You got to go there to get that. I think it's for breakfast. But
it's
also,
for breakfast. Yeah.
Those fries, those fancy fries that have like the Parmesan cheese.
Oh, the Parmesan, like the truffle fries.
Fries. Yeah, I'm telling you, I had truffle fries so many times for marathon weekend because the thing is, I think they figured it out at Walt Disney World that now what they do when you go to check out anywhere where they have like skinny fries. Now this doesn't apply like at ABC Commissary where you get steak fries. It doesn't apply there, but anywhere like at French Quarter, wherever they had skinny fries, they'd be like, "Sir, would you like to make your fries truffle-y for $2 extra?" I'm like, dude, $2, let's roll. Let's boom. Every time I hit that button, they got me for $2 extra. And I did not regret it. That's so good. But yeah, the truffle fries.
I love the almond crusted cheesecake at Narcoossee's is just one of the greatest desserts. That thing is, and it's changed. Like it used to be different than it is today, but it's still unique flavor. It's just a Narcoossee's staple. Just absolutely love that.
And of course, the kitchen sink at Beaches and Cream. But
the No Way Jose.
That's what I was gonna say. I think the No Way Jose is the more reasonable choice, unless you have a group. But now I've done 3
Tonga toast.
Yeah, I've done another one. Yes, Tonga toasted cone. I've done 3 kitchen sinks though over at Beaches and Cream at various points in my life. Biggest tip for that is you got to go at it immediately because after about 10 minutes, it's just a soupy mess and it's gross. I know you want to take pictures and you got to get after it. Like you do want to take a picture, but man, get after it. Cause you got like multiple people eating at it. It's more fun than it actually really in practicality.
I've never done it. I need to, I think I need to do it.
Like
as a big Disney guy, I feel like I have to mark that one off.
Yeah, we should do it, but you got to get after it, man. You got to dive in and eat fast. But the No Way Jose is reasonable because everybody's got their own bowl and it stays frozen longer. It's better.
Remember when I got that one to go that one time?
Oh my God, I'll never forget that. Dude, we were running through Coronado with this. We're the yacht club. We're beach club.
I mean, how that thing didn't like instantly melt because I was in the middle of the summer.
Oh my God.
Because you wanted Ample Hills. Everyone wanted Ample Hills but me. I was like, so I had to take it to go at the window.
That's a good friend right there, people.
Add it to the spreadsheet. Exactly. Yeah. I got to add that to my spreadsheet.
Okay. We got Geyser Points Buffalo Burger. I've never had that because I'm not sure about how buffalo tastes. I got to give that.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. There are so when you think about like the table service restaurants and all, there are so many great, like unique, like, or like signature offerings at these resorts, they can only get there.
I do love that, like, these places, though, you say, like, the thing, and like, just in the Disney community, we know, oh, yeah, that's there. Because, like, again, and Robbins, pulled pork nachos, Captain Cook's. That's
Ohana noodles?
Yeah.
The noodles at Ohana?
Yeah, the Ohana noodles. I'm trying to think what else. So I'm trying to, like, I always get at Olivia's, I always get the buttermilk chicken with the biscuit. Yeah. That's kind of go to there, but I don't know if
I'm trying to think more
maybe
like a
it's the same thing.
snacky thing, you know, because we're like going more like at the restaurants. I'm trying to think like, is there like, because like we're talking about the tie-dye cheesecake and zebra domes and the Magic Bar early on. Is there like a
I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, the Dole Whip at the Polynesian.
yeah.
The Magic
Does
Cookie Bar. at the
Coronado
Little
have
Restaurants.
like a, not really, like a,
Yeah, Coronado, I always just
snack
kind of
thing?
get an ice cream or a cookie or something. They kind of struggle with like a signature snack there.
they do.
Trying to think what the other, the beignets at French Quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
How,
Gotta have
how
those.
could we forget that one?
Does Riverside have a equivalent? They don't really have an equivalent for a snack. That's kind of a shame.
No.
Yeah, the Lapu at the Polynesian for a drink. That's a good question. This is fun. This is kind of like a word associated. Like, okay, trying to think. Do the All Stars have any kind of fun like signature thing? I don't think so. Is it just a pizza?
Back when they had like the viewfinder thing with secret menu, they did, but
I forgot. Do they not have that anymore? I haven't been to the All Stars in a while.
no, they
They
don't.
don't have it anymore. Interesting. All right. Let's see if we have. We had a question. So let's get this question here for our guest. I don't know if we have the answer. We'll read the question.
This is just a fun Friday episode.
We're just hanging out with you guys on a Friday. We're getting you there mentally. Disney. Let's do this. Stacy over on Facebook says, besides the tuna nachos at Yak and Yeti, that sounds good. I've never had that, but that's tuna nachos. What are some other recommendations? Not a fish lover. We have been there once, but I'm thinking I might have ordered the wrong thing. It was pretty bland. I want to give it another try when we make it back. So what do you get at
So
Yak
like the
and
table
Yeti?
service Yak and Yeti?
I'm guessing. Because I always just get the chicken fried rice and the walk up. That's like a bargain because it's a snack on the dining plan and it's cheap.
I've only been there once. I can't even remember what I ordered.
I've been there once for the sit down. I will tell you to get those fried green beans though. Those things are rocking, and dip them like in ranch or something.
Well, it comes like with a nice dipping sauce.
Whatever the
or,
dipping
like,
sauce
might be like
was.
a spicy thing or something.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, they were so good. They're all green beans should be fried, but I can't remember what I got there. But that's my recommendations. Make sure you get those.
I do like the counter service for Yak and Yeti though. I think that's like a pretty underrated one. Animal Kingdom just has really solid like counter service altogether.
Yep, I agree. I'm trying to find another question that we have.
Another topic.
Another topic. Well, let's jump into this, okay, on a Friday. So you're getting close to your trip. You are how many days out at this point? You're less than a month, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you do
About
in
4
this?
weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks out, because you're doing both. You're doing you're doing a land and sea with some kind of local stuff out on the West Coast, but it's a Disneyland land and sea. Like, what are you doing at this point? Considering you have to go, you're not going to World this time. You're going to California. Like, you're not packing yet. I'm always curious, like how people's mechanics of their trips unfold. So you can't pack yet, but what are you kind of taking care of at this point? Like 21, 25, 26 days out. Like, what are you
Still trying to figure out what hotel I'm going to book for San Diego.
Are you really?
Yeah. So, I don't even know where I'm going to stay after the cruise. So that is an important thing I need to figure out. But yeah, just, trying to figure out like the logistics of like what I'm going to do with like my rental car, because that's an interesting thing, because I'm going to rent a car when we get from the airport because I'm actually going to fly into San Diego. Just it's easier cost wise. I won't get into all that, but then just drive up to Anaheim, then drive back to San Diego. But I don't want to like rent a car and just leave it parked at the port for like 4 days while we're at the cruise. So I'm gonna like return it and then at the airport and then just Uber back to the port, because the airport is really close to where the port is. But then it's like, well, what do I do when we get off the ship? Like, do we rent a car for 2 more days? Like, San Diego is a pretty like kind of depending on where you stay, is pretty walkable. So we're just trying to like figure out what we want to do with that piece. But while we're in Anaheim, though, we're strictly gonna just do like Disneyland stuff, right? Like, if we had more days, we might like spread out and add like an In-N-Out or something, like that. Cause I love to like have some like great local stuff, but we're just doing the 2 days, so I just want to maximize all our time at Disneyland. But I got a lot of people have been chatting with me, like, what are you guys going to do? Like, are you driving up the the Pacific Coast Highway. Like we got some great stops. Like Run Mike like gave this great suggestion. So like I might do like a non Disney stop on our drive up or drive down on our like cruise day. But yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of just hanging out in Disneyland Park and just maximizing our time because it's just 2 days.
So let me ask you this too, because again, I think it's cool because your trips have kind of changed over the years. This is the first time, or one of the first times, you're going with M, where she's she's gonna be on spring break, but you guys have been planning this while she's out in at Michigan and Ann Arbor. So how has that been, and how are you working this with, like, is she gonna be back home? Or are you picking her up on the way? Like, what are the logistics like now? How's that changed over the past like 6 months with her not being based at your house and you're still traveling together? What's that like? Because a lot of us are moving into that phase.
That's a great question. So I love the technology we have today. So it's a lot of FaceTiming and being in her room and finding out what clothes does she want to pack.
That's
because
crazy.
right now in Michigan, it's like her winter wardrobe, right? That she has in her. No, we'll look at the weather, right? Like it still might be kind of cool in Anaheim and San Diego. So she might want some of the sweaters that she has in Michigan right now, but she might want some shorts and some other like short sleeve stuff. So, and it depends on if she's going to come home or not. Chances are she might not. So yeah, Liz and I will FaceTime her and like show her some of her clothes and all that. And be like, okay, do you want to pack this? Do you want to pack that? And it's going to be like really interesting, just kind of showing and going through her clothes and making sure that we have the right stuff, and remind her like, all right, we're going to be here 8 nights. Like what other things, remind her, like it's going to be cold on the ship. So like remind her, you got a couple Michigan sweatshirts in the dorm you might want to grab and all that. So like we'll be packing her suitcase here, but then we'll want to make sure like she's packing like a little day bag of a couple things that she has at the dorm that she might want to bring. And then we're just going to pick her up on the way to the airport. So we're going to fly.
That's stressful though, because I mean, you got to make sure because I mean, I just know how Mallory is, man. I know I would forget something she wants.
And Mallory's responsible.
She is responsible, but man, if you forget something for her, she is crabby. And like, like we would get it for, like San Diego isn't, the moon. Like there's Targets there and there's, Amazon, there's, you can buy whatever you need when you get there still. But yeah,
this happened on our last trip. If Beth is listening, she'll know. She came through for us. Emily forgot a girl product on our last trip, and we recognized that early on before we boarded the Fantasy. So we messaged Beth like, hey, if we make a Target order, like, could you pick this up for us? So there's hope for that, right? That's where you're lucky, right? Like you can just like maybe like Amazon something and get it shipped to your hotel or something if you recognize it early on.
Because because I was always the opposite in my, 10 years ago. Like, I always had this idea that once we packed in St. Louis, that I swore like in my brain we were going to the moon. Like once we got to Walt Disney World, because, it was the whole Magical Express, like we're in the bubble kind of thing, that there was no possible. I didn't even think like you could get Advil or something in the gift shop at Pop Century or something. I don't know why it was so like, you forget your toothbrush, man. You're not brushing your teeth for 12 days. I don't know. Like I was an idiot, but now it's so much easier. I mean, on a cruise is a little bit different, but I mean, if you go down to the cruise, they have a whole sundry section. I mean, you're going to get anything you need really, even in the gift shop on the cruise ships. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, I think we bring stress on ourselves we probably don't need now.
But it is kind of wild though. Just like stressful. Working a half day, driving to Ann Arbor, and just saying like, okay, hope you brought your shoes, because most of her shoes are with her in the dorm, and just trusting that she's got all she needs. And then boom, because the airport's like 15-20 minutes away from Ann Arbor, and then we just head to the airport and get on the jet and just hope that she's got all that she needs.
That is true.
But you make a good point though, Mike. Like it's different than it was like 20-25 years ago. Like when I would travel, like I didn't really travel with my parents. We drove to Cedar Point. Those were our trips.
Same. Six Flags for us.
But like it's just, I thought the same way though. Our first trip though was like, oh my god, like I had the checklist, making sure we had everything, because if you forgot something, there was no way you were going to get it. But you can get things shipped in like 4 hours now. It's crazy,
especially in Orlando. Like it gets there because they don't have that here. Like where I live, like, I mean, the stuff gets there so fast. Like, I'll be like, do you need this delivered in 2 hours? Or I'm like, 2 hours? Like, you kidding me? Like, it could be here in 2 hours. Like, I know it sounds super old, but it's crazy. So, Well, we're just about up against it. You know, it's a shorter show, but it's a Friday. We're going to cut everybody loose. But I'm super excited because, again, you're going on a trip that I'm kind of curious about because the Wonder's an awesome ship. You're going to Disney. Well, let me ask, because you've asked me this, and I want to ask you this kind of 3 weeks out. What are you looking forward to the most at Disneyland? Like, is there an attraction you've been kind of hankering for? You've been missing a snack that you've, because it's been a minute since you've been out at Walt's Park. Like, what are you, like, few weeks out, like what are you getting jazzed for Disneyland real quick as we close out?
I love Alice in Wonderland. Like that is like,
I do too. Your love of that ride is transferred over to me because I do love that ride too.
That is the best dark ride in my opinion. And I just love that Fantasyland. And there's something about doing that first thing in the morning, right? Like you feel like a little kid again, early in the morning, doing like Walt's original Disneyland Fantasyland, but it just lights up at night, you know. Like I love doing Alice at night, and then like you can see like the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank, like the teacups.
Yeah, the teacups they're undefeated at night, man. It's like, is this real?
Aren't they so undefeated?
Like
I could just stand there and just watch them like for like 20 minutes, you know. It's just so fun watching them. And then like you got the Matterhorn there. It's just taking in the ambiance. Honestly, it's just like the best part of Disneyland. But obviously DCA, I love DCA, like Radiator Springs, doing all that. I love like Luigi's Rock and Roll, you know, that's so much fun. Putting your hands up in the air at the end is a blast, you know. It's just it feels like vacation when you're out there. I just feel like a kid again. We just had the most fun when we're at Disney. I had so much fun when I'm at Walt Disney World too, but to your point, it's been a little while since we've been out there, so it's gonna feel kind of new, kind of fresh. I got the 70th anniversary going on. We're just gonna go out there with our multi-pass and just rip right through and just do as much as we can. It's good and wear ourselves out before the cruise.
We have lots of stories coming up, so be ready. All right, well, it's Friday, so I hope you all have a great weekend. And we got a lot of Mike and Scott shows here over the past couple of weeks. Hope you enjoy those. Lady's going to be back. Pam is going to be recording live from down at Walt Disney World, so we're going to get some live on the ground footage as she decided to get out of Pittsburgh for February. She's going to be stationed down at Walt Disney World recording from down there, so that'll be fun for us. Ricky's going to be back as well. Scott will be traveling, but he'll be with us too because we still got a few weeks before he heads out west, so the crew's going to be here, but we always appreciate you being here as well. So don't forget, today's podcast brought to you by The Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan an amazing Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use that Amazon affiliate link anytime you can. That really does help support the show. We need it. We appreciate you. So please just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys truly keep us on the air. You guys are the best. If you haven't supported us, it's just $5 a month. And when you do that, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. So come on over this week. We'd love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow me on the social media at beourguestmike. That's on Twitter, x.com, and Threads. Scott's in those same places at Epscott, EPSCOT. Give him a follow. But the place you need to go, again, we talk about this all the time, but you got a back catalog that is awesome, and it's always growing each and every week. It's Must See Adventures over on YouTube. Scott, tell us about the channel this week. What's up?
Yeah, just if you know these winter months, you know it's cold for a lot of us. So if you want to see our last summer vacation down at Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, it's a lot of fun. Mike is finally on some episodes now, so you want to see Mike on the camera. I mean, we see him all the time right here on the Be Our Guest Podcast YouTube, but he makes his Must See Adventure debut. So lots of fun, great storytelling. You see the Gardner family at our finest, you know. So like and subscribe today.
All right, so get over there. Must See Adventures, like and subscribe. Check it out. And don't forget, we want to see you in the Discord. That's our free Discord channel for everybody, the friendliest Disney community on the internet. We're hanging out there all the time. Come on over. Your invitation's waiting. beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. All right, jumping out of here. Wishing you a great weekend. So for Scott, I'm Mike. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.